If your digital product is not selling, it does not automatically mean that your idea is bad. And it is definitely doesn't mean that digital products don't work. Okay, usually it means that there's a gap. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 most likely reasons that your digital product isn't selling. The last one is the most important because it's the one that I see keep smart, capable entrepreneurs stuck for way too long. If you want to build a real digital product business, create consistent sales, and actually learn how to sell digital products online, this is the kind of fix that matters. If we haven't met yet, I'm Kimberly Latona. I'm a mom of 3 young boys, I have a master's in business, and I've spent the last 15 plus years coaching entrepreneurs and building businesses. Over the past several years, I've built multiple online income streams and helped other entrepreneurs create simple digital products that actually fit their life and energy. The one thing that I can tell you for sure is this: most digital products do not fail because the person isn't capable. They fail because 1 or 2 key pieces of the system are missing. And that's a big part of how I earn money with digital products now, not by guessing, but by building the right system behind the offer. So, if you've been thinking, maybe my niche is wrong, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe nobody wants what I made, take a breath. Because usually the fix is much simpler than that. And if you're building a digital product selling business, that's actually good news. So let's jump in. The first reason your digital product probably isn't selling is that it's too vague. And this is one of the biggest issues I see. If your product sounds like live your best life, or step into your power, or grow your business, or get organized, it's too broad. Okay, people buy digital products because they want help with a specific problem. That's why the best digital products to sell online are usually specific, practical, clear, and easy to understand. The more specific the problem and the result, the easier it is for someone to think, that is for me. That's why your digital product niche matters so much. So the easy fix is make the problem clearer, make the result clearer, and make the product feel like a solution, not just a concept. Okay, the second reason your digital product isn't selling is that the problem may not feel painful or urgent enough. This matters a lot because people don't just buy products because they're nice to have. People buy when they feel frustrated, stuck, overwhelmed, embarrassed, confused, exhausted, or desperate in some way. Okay, if your product is solving a problem that feels too small or too mild or too abstract or too optional, people are going to delay buying it. Okay, that's why products tied to health or stress reduction, money or wealth or income or business, or even saving time or a major life friction often sell better. Okay, not because they're more exciting, but because the pain is stronger. And that's why many of the best digital products to sell online are tied to very real, very practical problems, not just generic inspiration. So here's the easy fix. Ask yourself, what is the real pain here? What is costing them time, money, stress, confidence, or health? How can I make that pain clearer in the title and the messaging? Okay, it might not even be your product. It might just be the way that you're presenting it is not urgent or clear that it's solving a pain. So if you want help choosing the right product and making the problem clearer and building the simple funnel behind it, download my free digital freedom business blueprint below. Okay, so the third reason your digital product isn't selling is simple: not enough traffic. Okay, or the wrong kind of traffic. Because even a great product cannot sell if nobody sees it, the wrong people see it, or the content bringing people in is too random. This is why I care so much about the traffic source. If your strategy depends on only short-lived content that disappears in 24 to 48 hours, it becomes much harder to build momentum. That's one of the reasons why I love YouTube, because YouTube is a search engine, so your content compounds, your videos can keep getting views, and those views can keep turning into leads and buyers over time. That's a much stronger long-term model than constantly trying to outrun disappearing content, like on TikTok or Instagram stories, for example. This is also why I think YouTube is one of the best ways to sell digital products online if you want a business that feels lighter and more sustainable. And if you don't want to be online 24/7. So if you've been relying on Etsy digital products or Gumroad digital products without building your own traffic, that may be part of the issue, because those platforms can be useful, but they're not super scalable in terms of keeping your audience and growing your list and selling to them over and over and creating repeat buyers. Okay, so the easy fix is choose one traffic source, make sure your content is attracting the right person, and if possible, use content that compounds, not content that dies quicker than your energy. Okay, so the fourth reason your product isn't selling is that you may be trying to sell directly without a bridge. So that bridge is usually a freebie. right? And an email sequence. So most people don't buy from you the first time that they find you. They need some sort of trust, repetition, clarity. You've probably heard that somebody needs to see something 7 times before they make a purchase. That's true, and it's probably even more than that now. That's like outdated information. It's probably more than that now because there's so much information overload. And we see so much because of social media and internet and all the things that are in our present day. So that's what your freebie and your email sequence do. Okay. Your freebie turns a viewer into a lead, and your email sequence helps them get value, understand your approach, get to know you, see the next step, and eventually buy. This is huge because a lot of sales happen after the content, okay, not during it. That's why I keep saying the product is not the whole business, the system is. So here's the easy fix. Create one simple freebie, set up one simple email sequence, and use that to move people towards your offer. That is still one of the best ways to sell digital products online if you want something simple and sustainable and scalable. Okay, the last one is the most important. So if you're multitasking, come back to me. A lot of people that they think that they have a product problem when they actually have a consistency problem. Okay, they've got squirrel brain, or they've got shiny object syndrome, and they mention the product once, they get discouraged, they switch topics, they switch products, they switch platforms, they start over, and they stop selling because they don't want to feel pushy. Okay, that kills momentum because the truth is people usually need to hear about something more than once before they buy. A lot more than once. Okay. And if you're constantly switching, you're never giving your product time enough to gather data, get traction, get feedback, improve, and compound over time. And that is why in the Digital Freedom Collective, I teach the 6 1s. Okay. That's one offer, one target audience, one problem that you're solving, one platform, and one mentor for 1 year. Okay. Because switching too fast keeps you stuck. Okay. You're starting over all the time. So here's the easy fix. You're going to sell one product that solves one problem to one target audience on one platform for 1 year. I know it sounds like a commitment, but how quickly does a year go by? And imagine the momentum that you can build if you are saying the same message and you're getting clear on your message and you are selling to the same person, and you are just, by the end of the year, you're going to have it so refined that you could have a 6-figure business by the end of the year. Okay. If you stick with it. So you're going to repeat the same message more. You're going to stop restarting every time you feel uncomfortable, and you're going to give the system time to work. And that's why I created the Digital Freedom Collective, because inside the Digital Freedom Collective, I help you fix the gaps and actually make consistent sales with the system, the feedback, the weekly coaching. We do live weekly coaching, and the support. It's not just more information. So if your digital product isn't selling right now, I do not want your first conclusion to be, this doesn't work. I want your first question to be, where is the gap? Because usually the problem is one of these 5 things: the product clarity, the problem intensity, the traffic source, the missing freebie or email bridge, or not enough repetition. And every one of those is totally fixable. So if you want help figuring out which gap is keeping your product from selling and building the simple system that fixes it, remember to download my free Digital Freedom Business Blueprint below. And now that you know why your digital product might not be selling, the next question is how to turn one small $7 offer into a real profitable full-time income digital product business. And that is exactly what I break down in the next video. So watch that next, because when you pair these 2 videos together, you'll know both how to fix what's broken and how to build something much bigger and scalable. See you in the next video.